Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I am Reginald Colangelo III, and today we will be reviewing one of my favorite novels, Freak the Mighty. It is written by one of also my favorite authors, Rodman Philbrick. If you didn't know, Rodman Philbrick is an American writer. He writes books for all ages, adults and children. He also lives in Florida and Maine now, and he was born in Boston. He also had a wife, now deceased, and they were married for 22 years. Now to talk about the novel. If I had to give a novel the review number, I'd give it 4.5 out of 5. It's pretty good, short, and some of the words are complicated on it, so I would say it's mostly for young adults. Excuse me. Now let's talk about the novel. The story takes place in New Hampshire, where the narrator, Max, starts the story about his time in daycare, where he meets Freak, a small boy with Mercurial syndrome, and has to wear crutches and leg braces to walk. Shortly after, he talks about his grandparents, Grim and Grim, and how, since he is a spitting image of his father, they treat him with very much disrespect. Then one day, he sees a small kid with a bird-looking machine. He gets a glare from the kid, and Max becomes frightened. Max later grabs the machine out of the tree after it gets stuck, and he and Freak become great friends. Later, Freak's mother, Gwen, or as they recalled her, the Fair Gwen, invites him to dinner, and he and Freak have a wonderful time. Later, they run into a bully named Blade and his gang, and they have a big chase around a 4th of July party and end up getting into a muddy pond. Then another day, Freak and Max go to a secret building. Freak calls the Bionics unit and tells Max that he will become the first bionic human. Shortly after, Freak and Max start up school, and they are put together in every class and call themselves Freak the Mighty. In another scene of a book, they find a purse in a storm drain, and they return it to a lady named Loretta Lee, and her husband, Iggy Lee, is leader of Pinheads, a gang feared by most policemen. Now, this gang isn't, in fact, really just old group of men just riding on motorcycles, so it's nothing really scary. It's complicated, or as I say, what the twist so simple. Now, moving on. Then, Christmas arrives, and all is well. Max gets a dictionary from Freak, and in the back of the book they show all of the words, which I really like that too about the book. It has all of Freak's favorite words. And then Killer Kane, Max's father, kidnaps him, unfortunately, and takes him to his old friend Iggy's house. Loretta tries to get Max free because she thinks it's unlawful that his own father is abusing him, and gets caught by Kane, and Kane attacks Loretta, and Max remembers all of his past troubles and traumas of how Killer Kane killed his mother. Freak saves Max in the nick of time with a water gun that is filled with vinegar and curry powder. All is well again till Freak has a seizure and is taken to the hospital. He later dies, and Max has to break through to the hospital because the Bionics unit was a lie. Dr. Spivak, Freak's doctor, later tells him the whole story of how Freak had to make a lie because Max is so sensitive about the Bionics unit. Later, all is well again, and Max sees Loretta Lee at a bus stop, now with a collar brace because Killer Kane broke her collarbone, and tells him doing nothing is a drag, kid. And as I always say with books, what did the twist so simple? Inside of the book, you'll find a dictionary, like I said before, and it was pretty interesting. Had all words A to Z, and it was about 3 pages long. The book was about 160 pages long, so a good enough read for a couple of days if you're bored and had nothing to do. I am Reginald Colangelo III, and thank you for watching this installment of Masterpiece Book Review. Thank you.